Namaste. This is Brenna Bellhouse coming to you from Inner Revolution Yoga Studio at 700 March Road, Suite 200 in Canada North, Ottawa, Ontario. Today I'm talking about our theme of the month of June, which is the Kleshas. And the Kleshas are obstacles to our awareness. The Kleshas are 5 obstacles that get in our way to help us understand or see things as they really are, which is also called awareness. And I'm going to go through each one and talk a little bit about each klesha. So the first klesha is the foundation of all the other kleshas. And the first one is pronounced Avidya. And Avidya refers to as ignorance. And when we think of Avidya, we think of not understanding things for ourselves, accepting things blindly, and maybe not studying or understanding the true meaning of what it is we're speaking about. When I think of Avidya, when I think of ignorance, I think about accepting one train of thought or accepting something without really putting forth the effort in understanding why we're accepting it or what it is exactly that we're accepting. Kind of following something blindly without giving our own thought into it. The second klesha is abhinivesha, and abhinivesha is fear of death. We all fear what we don't know. We fear the unknown. And one of the biggest unknown is death. What happens to our bodies, our minds, our souls, our emotions after we are no longer on this earth? And it's kind of ironic that we focus so much on our fear of death when we know that in life, that's the only one constant. Everything else changes and is constantly evolving and constantly changing. But the one thing that we know for sure is that everything will die. All people will die eventually. No one can live in this body forever. So understanding and reflecting on kind of your life and what it's worth and why we're here is an amazing thing to do and to kind of release that fear of death. Another obstacle to our awareness is devesa. And devesa is aversion. So at all costs, being a human in our ego really wants to avoid things that are negative, avoid pain, avoid anything that is adverse, and stay away from that. But one of the wonderful things about our earth and our consciousness is that we've come together from the darkness and the light and the action. And when those things intermingle, we have our planet Earth, we have consciousness. So we can't have the good without the bad. And so when we recognize that and can kind of be in our own pain and be in the negative, because we can't avoid it, it's there, it will happen eventually. Just like the positive things will happen eventually. If we can actually be in that and stay in that space mindfully and present, then we can move past that obstacle of aversion or devsa. Raga is an obstacle which refers to as attachment. So becoming attached to anything becomes an obstacle to our awareness. We become attached and we can no longer see in our higher self. We become so overwhelmed or consumed by what we're attached to. It could be people, it could be relationships, it could be material things. But letting go and not becoming attached to anything really helps us move outside and become consciousness, become aware, become open to what's bigger than ourselves. And the last obstacle to awareness, or Klesha, is asamita. And asamita is our ego, or our I am. And we are not I am. We are we. We are consciousness. We are connected. We are collaborative. We are more than just ourself. And when we can see the bigger picture and we can interact with others on a we level instead of on an I or what's in it for I, we move past that obstacle and we can see more clear and our path opens. So if you have any questions, come by, drop us a comment, and we hope to see you soon on your mat. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.